Hi everyone, my name is Harper Myers and my topic presentation is about underage drinking. Please be advised that the following slides have images of alcohol. This includes pictures of alcoholism and group drinking. If you do not think you can handle these images, please just be advised, and if you do not think you can continue watching this presentation, please just feel free to exit or just pause the video. So what is underage drinking? Underage drinking is the consumption of alcohol under the established legal drinking age. In the United States, the minimum drinking age is 21. For the sake of this presentation, we will refer to the legal drinking age in the United States for the most part. So law in the United States prohibits any individual under the age of 21 from possessing, purchasing, or consuming alcohol. However, in some states, religious services, parental consent, and other purposes are recognized as exceptions. So this picture is kind of representing, although you can drink legally, underage drinking does cause concerns regarding brain development. How was the legal drinking age established? Well, the underage drinking policy has changed throughout the United States history, dating back to the 20th century. So back then, it didn't necessarily prohibit alcohol consumption. You really could if you wanted to. Then the 18th Amendment was ratified. This amendment basically prohibited the sale of alcohol, and basically if you were caught with alcohol, you were charged. And it's very cracked down. There's prohibition, which is obviously when alcohol was just banned from the United States, and this caused the smuggling of booze and other intoxicating beverages. So legal drinking age did not stop changing until the 1980s. During the 1980s, when public concern and research about underage drinking increased, most states returned the legal drinking age to 21. This was reinforced by Congress passing the National Minimum Drinking Age Act. As you can see, it kind of explains it down in the slides. That was passed in 1984. So this video is about President Reagan's official signing of the National Minimum Drinking Age Bill. I won't play it because it's 7 minutes long, but this bill symbolizes when America basically established 21 as the drinking age. Why is underage drinking illegal? Well, it comes with several health implications, and it causes adolescents to become out of control. It can cause motor vehicle crashes, violence, suicide, alcohol poisoning, and etc. It also causes poor performance and decision making. As you guys can see, it says school and social problems, decreased academic performance, and also an increased risk of developing alcohol use as an adult. As I stated before, when that picture with the person in their brain, it can cause long-term damage to the brain, which results in lifelong cognitive issues. So if the drinking age was legal, these concerns would occur far more often than they already do. This video is 1 minute long and goes over the dangers of underage drinking. This reinforces the fact that individuals under 21 should refrain from drinking until their brain is fully developed. Why is underage drinking a deviant behavior? Because underage drinking is a violation of a social rule, it is a deviant behavior. If one drinks as a minor, they are breaking the law, and it initiates a formal government response. So this is a form of formal deviance. It is also known as an informal act of deviance because some individuals may think it goes against social expectations. So today, there are numerous underage drinking prevention programs that that create a social expectation for adolescents. So when a minor drinks, it obviously breaks this expectation. Social norms are what a community or group considers normal. If you act outside the social norm, you may be seen as strange, weird, or out of place. So the social norms for underage drinking, during adolescence, you really want to satisfy others, gain peer admiration, group acceptance. So to gain these things, they must abide by the social norms to get these rewards. So underage drinking is one method to gain popularity and adult status. Minors find it socially acceptable to drink because their peers do it. They observe and catalog these drinking behaviors, and then they do it as they get older and as they see others doing it as well. This is also seen in movies, songs. I mean, it's encouraged in a lot of places. So these are just some images. I thought they were important to include in this presentation because it shows how underage drinkers feel when they're in a group. As you can see, they're very influenced by one another. If the person beside you is drinking, it gives you the encouragement for you to do it. I mean, especially if you have your friends and if you're a teenager, when you want to please others and fit in with a group, it can be hard to resist drinking when the rest of your friends are. Each state has their own underage drinking laws and penalties. Because this is a presentation for a class at The Ohio State University, I was going to go over Ohio's alcohol laws. So the legal repercussions of underage drinking in Ohio is a fine, misdemeanor, jail time, community service, driver's license suspension, or enlistment in a drug and alcohol diversion program. Underage drinking may go on your public criminal record, so this may prevent young adults from obtaining educational and employment opportunities. But as stated before, some states allow individuals to drink under the age of 21. So as you guys can see, in Ohio, we can drink as minors under the supervision of our parents. The parent must be physically present, and they take full responsibility for the one drinking. So these are some statistics of how common drinking is among teenagers. So 32.9% of people ages 12 to 21 reported that they have at least one drink in their lives. So that's about a third of everyone. When asked if they have drunk in the past year, 10.4 million under the age of 21 said that yes, they have. 27% said they had drunk in the past year. And then the prevalence in past month drinking, which is just drinking the past month, was 13.3%. So that's about 5.1 million adolescents. So this graph does a great job showing how alcohol consumption for underage people declines over a decade. So as you guys saw, I mean, the drinking percentage was pretty high, or at least like them having a drink in the past month was about 13%, as it is here. So past month consumption means what percentage of adolescents drank in the past month. Obviously, the graph is portraying a decline in underage drinking. So underage drinking is actually decreasing, not increasing. So this map shows underage alcohol use by state. So Utah has the lowest rate. Its percentage is 10. And Massachusetts has the highest youth drinking rate at 28.7%. Ohio's underage drinking rate is 18.5%, which falls near the middle of all 50 states. So how do the United States underage drinking rates compare to other countries? According to Fries and Grube, compared to the United States, a greater number of young European drinkers reported drinking in the last 30 days. So more European youth were drinking more than Americans. So this higher rate of intoxicated people, there's more in Europe than in the United States. This image basically touches on the last slide. Notice how European region had a lot of bright and deeper shades of red in this picture, while the United States falls in that 10 to 20 range with the more pale color. So underage drinking can affect families. Underage drinkers who misuse alcohol and live in their family home may cause their parents extra stress. So underage drinking affects family relations. As you guys can see, siblings may become jealous, and underage drinking can cause some tension, arguments, and fights. Some parents might fight about whether their child should drink or if they just should be hands off. How underage drinking affects communities. In the United States, underage drinkers cost citizens $57 to $62 billion a year. These expenses were just from medical care, work loss, criminal justice, among others, due like injuries, high risk sex, violence, things like that. So 3/4 of the expenses are from underage binge drinkers, so when you drink quite a bit. After doing some research, I found that there were 5 main strategies to prevent adolescents from drinking alcohol. These were the 3 most notable. So a school-based approach. Students are already easy to reach in the school, and most schools have a curriculum for addressing the underage intoxication. So there they address drinking, substance abuse. Parents are also a powerful source. They can prevent their child from drinking. They can inhibit their child alcohol use directly, or they can reinforce their child's involvement in positive alternatives such as sports. Community-based approach, communities play an important role in influencing drinking norms, so they could restrict alcohol, things like that. So this is just an image that kind of touches up on some proven strategies to help prevent underage drinking. So the following are some facts about underage drinking. 91% of alcohol consumed by people under the age of 21 are binge drinking episodes, where they're drinking way more than they should, getting a very high blood alcohol concentration. Adolescents who drink underage are responsible for nearly 4,000 deaths a year, so this includes suicides, vehicle accidents, things like that. Young drinkers may be vulnerable to high rates of blood alcohol concentration without noticing it. A 12 to 20-year-old female might only need 3 drinks to hit a 0.08% blood alcohol concentration, which is higher than the legal limit. The rest of my presentation is references, but I would just like to share my thoughts about this topic. So underage drinking was very interesting to look into more. Obviously, we all know what underage drinking is, but looking into it more, like comparing the United States to other countries and how their underage drinkers compare, I thought the United States had a lot more, maybe because, we didn't get to drink until the age of 21, and it actually turns out that Europeans, even though their drinking age is lower, they have a lot more underage binge drinkers for sure. And I also thought it was interesting that Massachusetts has the most underage drinkers. I'll look into the reasoning, but I just thought that was another interesting thing. Thanks for your thoughts, and thanks for your attention.